So on the bench today I have not a guitar, but a Casio Pt-100 from the 80s. As you can see, it's missing a few keys, but I picked it up at the Goodwill for only $3. Let's pop some batteries in and see if this thing will make a sound. As you can hear, this thing does indeed make a sound. And the missing keys do work, but replacing those will be a little bit difficult, as we'll have to find a whole nother array of sharps and flats. Switch for the tones, however, does not work, so it's stuck on the piano setting for now. But if we go to the demos and let the demo play out, we can use the demo to select a tone, as each tone is demoed in the demo, and the keyboard will be set to whatever tone was last played on the demo. The built-in drum machine seems to work as well as the selector switch, giving us a variety of funky 8-bit tones. Tempo switch works as well. Casio chord button also works. So now that we know what works and doesn't work, let's flip this thing over and get it taken apart. Opening this thing up, you can see it's surprisingly clean for its age. Following the battery terminal, we can go down to the PCB. The top PCB controls the entire synthesizer, and then the bottom PCB is what controls the keys. There's corrosion from the battery compartment that came down here onto this little contact that controls the tone selector. And right here you can see the date that this keyboard was made. So to clean that contact up, I hit it with some deoxit cleaner, and now I'm going to use the sanding drum from my Dremel and clean it up. Once again, putting batteries in to see if that fixed it. It didn't fix it, but now it does change tones using the switch, just very slowly for whatever reason. It works now, but it's slow. It takes a minute. And with that being said, now I'm going to have to take the PCB off to see the actual switch itself and make sure it's not dirty, as well as the PCB itself. Dust can oftentimes be the issue with these little keyboards. Opening the PCB up, you can see the switch is quite dirty. These little brass tips will make contact with the PCB itself, so they need to be cleaned. Once again, I'm using the sanding drum from my Dremel tool. making sure to get down to the bare metal once again. Putting that switch back in, now I'm going to make sure I clean the PCB contact plate itself, using that same deoxit cleaner and a microfiber cloth. Now, after carefully putting that PCB back in its place, I want to do what is a very common mod for these old Casios, which is put an output jack on it so we can use it through a pedal board and amplifiers. I've got this output jack here from a Strat, and I'm just going to wire it to the same place that the speaker is wired up to. I think I'll put that output here.
Whoops.
Look at what the drill bit did. It made this really cool piece of plastic. Now let's see if this thing works. The speaker still works, and I thought it was funny that whenever I touched this contact, it would trigger a note. And the output now obviously works very well, with some noise coming through this tiny little amp. Now we can carefully screw this PCB back in its place. Make sure this wire clips back where it's supposed to go. Make sure our output jack is screwed in properly. And finally put this thing together. And with that being said, all that's left to do is demo this thing, so I will leave y'all with that and a little time lapse of me painting this keyboard. Thank you for watching.